Let's talk about the one place we all feel the squeeze, the exam room. Patients want to feel heard and cared for, and we want to stay thorough and on schedule. But too often, this is where time slips away. In today's episode, I'm sharing practical strategies to make your exam room time more efficient without ever compromising patient care. From delegating pre-visit charting to using the computer in the room, yes, really, and a simple report building trick that makes all the difference. You will learn how to leave clinic with most of your notes done and more energy left for your life outside medicine. Trust me, this is a game changer for preventing burnout. Hey there, I'm a female physician, and let me tell you, I know firsthand how overwhelming it can be to be navigating the chaos of today's healthcare system. Over the years, I've watched the changes pile on, and most of them just added more stress and more work for providers like us. After 20 years as an allergist, I hit a breaking point. I was burned out and seriously thinking about walking away from a thriving practice. Then, of all things, I stumbled onto a podcast. Yep, a podcast. And it changed everything. That's where I first discovered life coaching. I started learning how to shift my mindset, set bold intentions, and go after goals that once felt completely out of reach. It was nothing short of life-changing. So much so, I became a certified life coach myself. Now, this podcast is my way of giving back, sharing real tools, real talk, and real growth from the perspective of a doctor, a woman, and a proud outsider turned insider. So if you're ready to take back your power and start living with purpose, let's do this. Hey doc, welcome back. Yesterday we talked about how you can reclaim valuable minutes by delegating repetitive tasks, both at work and at home. And if you haven't listened to that episode yet, I highly recommend you go back and check it out, because what we're going to cover today builds on that foundation. Today, we are focusing on one of the places where doctors feel the most time pressure, the exam room. How do you maximize your time there without rushing patients or compromising care? How do you remain professional, efficient, and still warm and approachable? The truth is, no one wants to feel rushed. Patients want to feel heard, validated, and cared for. They want to leave knowing their concerns were addressed, and you, as the physician, want to leave the room knowing you were thorough, efficient, and on schedule. But that's not always easy, right? Why does the exam room can be such a bottleneck? The issue is that the exam room is where many physicians lose time. Sometimes it's because of small inefficiencies, having to re-enter data later, repeating information you could have gathered beforehand, or doing tasks that could have been delegated. This brings us back to yesterday's tip. Delegating tasks to your medical assistants or nurses. Of course, if you've trained your staff well, they can handle a big portion of charting. Things like vitals, medication reconciliation, And even basic patient history updates can be done by then. This isn't just about saving a couple of minutes. Over the course of a day, this adds up to hours. And here's another benefit. Your team can give you a quick heads up before you walk into the room. They can alert you if there is a complicated issue or a patient who is particularly anxious, giving you a chance to kind of pace yourself better and this way prevent you from falling behind early in the day and feeling that snowball effect of being behind all day. Now, this is the controversial tip. Use the computer in the exam room. Some of you might be cringing when I say this, but bring the computer into the room and actually use it during the visit. I know. There's this long-standing idea that computers create a barrier between doctors and patients. But let me tell you, patients don't not care as much as we think they do. There are multiple recent studies showing that patients' satisfaction scores are not negatively affected by physicians using computers in the room. In fact, most patients expect it nowadays. What does matter is how you use it. Your attitude towards the computer sets the tone. If you treat it like a burden or make excuses for it, patients will pick up on that. But if you embrace it as a tool that helps you care for them more efficiently, they will follow your lead. And here's where I want to speak especially to my female physicians listening to this podcast. We are incredible multitaskers. You can absolutely get patients' history, make eye contact, and engage warmly while typing notes at the same time. It's a skill that gets easier with practice and will save you a tremendous amount of time after hours. So a practical tip that I want to give you is to build rapport first. One simple trick I use is this. I spend 1 or 2 minutes at the start of the visit just focusing on the patient. No computer yet. I sit down, I make eye contact, I say something simple like, "How are you doing today? What's on your mind?" That initial face-to-face moment builds connection and trust. After that, I transition to documenting while continuing the conversation. Because I've already built the rapport, patients rarely feel slighted by the computer use. It feels like a natural flow instead of a distraction. But why does this matter for burnout? Especially burnout prevention. Here's the big picture. Using the computer during the visit and delegating pre-visit charting means your notes are mostly done by the time you leave the room. Imagine finishing clinic with 80 to 90% of your documentation already complete. No more sitting in your office at 7 p.m., staring at a mountain of charts, exhausted, and missing dinner with your family. Burnout isn't just about the workload. It's about how the workload bleeds into your personal time. Every efficiency you can add during patient care translates into more time for yourself. And you deserve that, right? So, to recap, number 1, train your staff to handle pre-visit charting and patient updates. Number 2, use the computer confidently in the room. It's a tool, not a barrier. Number 3, build rapport first. then transition smoothly to documentation while you're talking. These strategies may feel a little awkward at first, but with practice, they will become second nature and save you significant time every single day. So, stay tuned because tomorrow we're diving in deeper into documentation tips. If you ever thought, why does charting take so long? You won't want to miss this. But before you go, here's something just for you. If you want to reclaim up to 10 hours a week without the overwhelm, go grab the free guide that complements this series. It's designed to help you simplify, streamline, and thrive. Get yours at anamacdowell.com/guide or clicking the link in the description. And if this episode helped you in any way, I'll be so grateful if you take a moment to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or your favorite platform, or give this video a like on YouTube. It's a small gesture that makes a huge difference. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care of yourself. You are worth it. I'll see you tomorrow.